Hello. Are we live? I think we're live. I think it might be doing the thing.
This makes it easy to get your custom products fast. You simply select a size and quantity.
Are we? Yes, I think we are. Hello, everybody. Awesome. Right, so it's kicked on the live stream as a replay. Thank you very much. We're fitting new parts to the X-Maxx. I'll just take the wheels off it and then get it out of the way, as it's quite big on the bench. Oh, there's people in already. Rogue Devils RC, hello, mate. Thank you for joining. I have started a little bit early, just because I'm here and ready. Bish Bash Posh. You always make me smile with that name. I like it. Thank you for joining, mate. Yo, how you doing? It's a weird one, I know. For me, it's now like Thursday afternoon. Weird time to do a live stream, but why not? Why not? Just randomly, just out of nowhere, just go, I'll just go live. But once I've wrestled these tyres up, you will see what we're going to be doing. But I have started a little bit early, so we'll give people a chance. Jeez. I might have to do something about these wheels. They are like ridiculously tight on the stub axles. Although, actually, they won't be going back onto these stub axles. All will become clear very soon. Very soon, indeed. Let me take this wheel off. Bish, my HPI Savage is awesome. I absolutely love it. They are cool, mate. They are very, very cool. The Savage is an awesome platform. They can be a bit of a pain to work on, but once you know your way around them, then they're fine. As with anything, really, I mean, a lot of people say that these are super easy to work on. Well, they are if you know how to work on them. But if you don't, then they're not so easy. As with anything, really. Right, let's get rid of that. Put that there. Put my tyres down there. Right. Shall we go through what's going on the X-Maxx today? Because it's having a couple of upgrades. We're quickly just gonna, I say quickly, as quick as I can, I'm gonna tear into this again. I know it's the X-Maxx again, but it's been a bit of a love-hate relationship for me in this X-Maxx. I love it and it hates me. So it's basically had everything thrown at it. Everything on here now is pretty much upgraded or new. So today it's having a brand new Vitavon centre diff, fully complete with all the gears and everything inside. I've already taken this apart and put 20 million weight fluid in it, official Traxxas stuff. So that's going to go in there, and then once that's done, I'm going to be changing the drive shafts and stub axles. These again are Vitavon drive shafts and stub axles. And that's all going in here with as well new outdrives. Vitavon outdrives, they're going on. Because in the last trip out I done with this, I snapped another stock drive shaft. So I'll show you before we start digging into it. On the rear, stock drive shaft, broken. Can we see that? Kind of, maybe. There you go. I broke it. So it's having all new Vitavon ones. We pull them this side so you can see them. These are going in. Bish, the reason why I couldn't take the body shell off the other day is because there are clips underneath holding it down. There's clips underneath it. No way. So similar to the LMT then. Underneath clips, we missed them. BMW fan. Hello, BMW fan. How are you? And thank you for joining the live stream, where I'm going to attempt to take the back end off this, fit a new centre diff, which I did just have in my hand, but now it's disappeared, as is the way. Oh, I see it. New centre diff going in. We'll put that somewhere where you can see it possibly. And then, yeah, all new drive shafts. So I'm going to just dive right into it now and get going, I suppose. See how everyone's doing. As I start tearing into my X-Maxx. How's everyone else doing on this lovely wet, well, it's wet for us, Thursday afternoon? Thursday's the new Friday, I reckon. Thursday's the new Friday. I'll tell myself that. I will convince myself that that is the way. I say this every time, I should have been more prepared, shouldn't I? And had all my tools out ready to go. But, I mean, it wouldn't be crash and bash then, would it? It's only crash and bash if it's all a bit chaotic and nobody actually knows what's going on. And we've already had the hammer out, so that's good. We like using the hammer. The hammer is a must on crash and bash. Ivan. I don't understand, Ivan, but hello. Sorry. Fifth, where's my lossy 5T, which is a 1/5 scale, has clips and screws because there's a cage built inside the body. Yeah, they make sense. Rip Rider, afternoon all. Good afternoon, Rip. Thank you for joining us, mate. How are you? I'm tearing the X-Maxx apart again, but hopefully it is going to be for one of the last times. Well, I mean, it will have to come apart at some point. They all do, but I'm hoping that I'm going to come to the end of my X-Maxx nightmare. Tell you what's not looking good is I can't find the Allen key. Ah. Is it this one? Yes, it is this one. Right. Sorry, started the live stream and then spent 5 minutes looking for tools. Just it's what I do. It's what I do. No, people will be saying to me, why don't you be more prepared, Craig? And why don't you find all the tools that you're going to need before you go live? Oh, where's the fun in that? We all struggle, don't we, finding stuff? Well, no, I'm sure some people are super organised. I'm not one of those people. I am not one of those people. But yes, for those that have just joined, we're taking the X-Maxx apart. It's having new Vitavon centre diff. And then it's having new Vitavon drive shaft stub axles and outdrives. Because I broke a stock one. In fact, I've broke two stock drive shafts now, so clearly they're a bit of a weak point for me. And I know what the problem is. The problem is I've built the truck. I don't just mean like the problem is I've put it together. It's got a load of upgrades on it. And I honestly think, I stand by it, loading your X-Maxx with upgrades is probably a bad idea. They are best almost stock. Almost. Which I hate Allen keys, that's why I prefer impacted drivers and hand drills. Yeah, I've got the MIP bits, but my problem is I haven't got a MIP bit. Where's my tool? I'm sure I got it out. The chaos continues. I haven't got one that will fit down into where this reaches. It needs to be quite long to get all the way down in there. All successful fixes come out of chaos. Everyone knows that. Mike America. You're funny, you are. Well, people can't see his comment. Hold on. I think he's misspelt it. Or he's misgrammared it. Not I have, I am. Oh, always trolls, isn't there? That's fine. Why do I get trolls? This doesn't happen to professionals. Funny as. I'm looking for my other myth bit. I got it out. I'm sure I did. I got it out and put it up here, the blue one. Oh, there it is. There it is. I'm not going mad. I did get it out. But then, yeah, Bish, going back to using the drill, I've got the drill ready for taking some of them out, and I have got a shorter attachment that can go in the drill for this size bolt. But yeah, it won't reach deep into the X-Maxx where I need to get for these ones. They're a bit of a pain to get to. And I think that one's a screw for some reason. Must have rounded off the other one. Can I? Yes, I can. Bish, I'm stripping down my Savage tomorrow, but because I've never taken it apart before, I'm worried I won't remember how it goes back together. Take photos. The best advice I can give you. Take your time, take photos of it. And if you can understand exploded diagrams, I love an exploded diagram. Get one of them on your phone, just so you can keep referring to it. But yeah, take pictures of every little stage. You can't take too many photos. You can always delete some afterwards, but I think taking photos is the way to go when you first start learning a new platform. 100%. Luigi said hi. Hello, Luigi. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? Can I get that out? Yep. Out it comes. Put it over there. Root Rider, you can still find the manuals for them in PDF form, Bish. Yeah, definitely do that. Nathan Anderson said hi. Hello, what car is that? This is the Traxxas X-Maxx with no tyres on. We're going to be fitting some upgrades to it today. New drive shafts from Vitavon and new centre diff from Vitavon. And thank you for joining, Nathan Anderson. Sarfraz, don't understand. Repairing the car? Yeah, we're repairing it. We'll say we're repairing it. No, I am. I do mostly fix things and then break them and then fix them and then break them. That's kind of how the channel goes. If you're new to the channel, remember you can subscribe. And I have actually this week, just for a bit of fun, I made a channel trailer and made it an AI song. I say I made an AI song. AI made a song to go on my channel trailer. So if you haven't already watched that, do go and watch it. It is just a bit of fun. I know it's cheesy and a bit stupid. That's the point. RC cars should be fun. And I enjoy playing with them, working on them. I mean, I don't really like breaking them, but it's inevitable that breaking them does happen. So yeah, definitely hit the subscribe and go and check out my channel trailer. And if you like the channel trailer, you'll definitely like some of the longer form videos on there. Definitely. Matt Hurst. Hello, Matt. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Bish, either that or watch videos on YouTube. Yeah, I've taken things apart. Definitely take things, yeah, watch videos of them being taken apart, put back together. I'm familiar with it. Definitely. Nathan, you have a Mad Wagon. The Mad Wagons are ace. I do like the Mad Wagons. Good little cars. They are quality little cars. This thing's just a bit of a monster. The X-Maxx is cool. It really is. But mine isn't the most reliable one in the world. But I'm hoping it will be. Because it has got quite a lot of upgrades and things done to it. So really, it could be built like a tank. But this is crash and bash. Why is the floor so far away? Sarfraz. Electric. I can pick out little words from what you're saying. I don't understand. I'm really sorry. I don't understand. Nathan, I subbed. Thank you, mate. BMW fan. Hello. Nathan, X-Maxes are like the best of the RC world. Yeah, I mean, yes and no. When this works, I mean, you go honestly check out some of my content. You'll see that I do love the X-Maxx. And when it works and it's reliable, it is one of the best RC cars you can play with. They're just fun. But do not believe everything you see on the internet with people saying that they're the most durable RC car in the world, because they're not. There are cars that are more durable than this, but they're not as big. They're not as fun. They're not as cumbersome. This is impressive when you see it jumping around and driving over stuff. It is cool. There is something very cool about an X-Maxx. But it definitely isn't the most durable car in the world. Definitely not. But it is good. I mean, it's up there. It is very durable. It's just not the most durable. Not in my experience, anyway. And it's not through lack of me trying to make it durable, because I really do try. Right, what have I missed? Rogue Devils. Hi, mate. How's it going? It's going good, mate. How's it going with you? Bish, the problem with X-Maxes is that they're so expensive. They are expensive. Matt, Friday afternoon car from the factory. I've had friends who have had problems after problem with X-Maxx. And others say it's bulletproof. Yeah, exactly that. The trouble with mine is it wasn't new when I got it, and I've basically replaced every single part on it. But whilst replacing the parts, I've upgraded it, so I've added weight to an already, well, it's not heavy, but it's a lot of mass when you crash, and I've made it more mass, so now it just breaks easier. So now I'm having to upgrade to save the upgrades, if you know what I mean. And it's like a snowball effect. You put a bit on, then you put a bit more on, then a bit more on, and I've ended up with something that's now just quite well built. So I'm hoping this last little push is now going to make this one of my most durable RC cars. Let's hope. Because it is good. They are good. I do love the X-Maxx. Chris with a C. Hello, Chris. Thank you for joining, mate. Hey, mate, and hey, chat. Yeah, how you doing, Chris? Thank you for joining. What battery are you running on the X-Maxx? I run some Turnigy Rapids, 6,000 milliamps, and I run some of these Centro batteries, 6,800 milliamps, two 4S, so always 8S, never anything less, unless I've ran out of 8S, but normally I've broken the X-Maxx first. Chris, nice vitavon shafts. Nice vitavon stuffed, yes. Very nice, Chris. They are very nice. Hey, Chris. Hey, you all okay? Yeah. Did Arthur hook you up, Craig, with the X-Maxx? He certainly did, mate. He certainly did. He has hooked me up with the drive shafts because I wanted to go back to standard width. I don't want this massive, wide, super stable X-Maxx, which I know is a bit crazy. I know people are going to be like, why are you taking these off? It will fall over more. Yeah, that's what I want. I want it to be crazy. So got these because I did break, it's on the back, I broke another stock drive shaft. So we're going Vitavon on it. And he sent me the centre diff as well, because I had centre diff issues. I think all this is ready to come off, so let me just take this off. Unplug the fans. We ain't got no fans. There we go. We'll put that down there. Right, that's a bit more manageable, isn't it? Oh, the Vitavon stickers fell over. Chris, I adore my X-Maxx and my XRT. Yeah, you love the X platform. They're great, mate. They really are great. Well, that's what we were just saying. The X-Maxx is the best car in the world, just not my X-Maxx. But I'm hoping it will be. But we'll see. We will see. My first RC car was the Lossy 8, mate. That's a brilliant RC car. The lot. We'll show you something. A sneak peek for the live stream viewers. Wait there, watch this. We've got a build coming on the channel soon. Ha! So I will be building this from scratch with a load of upgrades going straight on this. This isn't mine, by the way. I'll be building this for a good friend, Mark. So yeah, that's a little sneak peek of things to come. Yeah, everyone's good. Rogue Devils, what do you think of the Minimax? The official Minimax, the actual little one. I've never had one. I've never even seen one. So I can only tell you what I've seen online, same as you probably. So I probably don't know any better than anyone else. But from what I've seen, my opinion on it is it's very good, but it's let down by the diffs. The lack of centre diff means that, especially on 3S, you are going to kill a diff. So yeah, that's about it really. But from a build side, I think they're very good. Now the Max, the 1/10 Max, solid, absolutely solid platform. Uh, yeah. When's Ryder getting his XRT? Nathan, I also have an E-Revo Mini. Good choice. Good choice. I also have an E-Revo, but not the Mini. The original big Revo with the Castle Mamba system in it. That's the one I've got. But very, very good car. I will be doing a video on that soon as well. Flat. Hello, Flat. Thank you for joining. Hello, sir. Do you find Tesco meal deals are awful? I feel sick after eating one. Truly awful. Well, I can't say I've had one. Although I am partial to, do you know, the really cheap sort of cheese and onion sandwiches that you get? They are pretty much awful. I like them. I don't know why. Something in me just, I like those. So if they're on a meal deal, I'd have one of those. But yeah, I've not had a Tesco meal deal for a long time. In July, it's XRT time. Oh, yes, Rider. Going all XRT on us. Right, what's going to be the easiest way to get into this? Take one shock off. Take that off, pull this off, get into there. And then, yeah, bring the centre diff out. That is what I will do. Ooh, I'm going to put that down. Because I keep knocking it. I'm worried I'm going to knock it over. And I'll knock it over and then I'll snap me mitt bit and then I'll cry. Chris, very nice, mate. Funny thing is, I'm thinking of going back to stock width on mine as I have an XRT. Yeah, well, yeah. If you've got an XRT, so why do you want the X-Maxx to be super stable? You know, I said to you when I got this that these hub extenders, they're fantastic, and they do make the truck, much more planted. But that's not what I want from my X-Maxx. I don't want it to be planted. I want it to be a ridiculous monster truck. That's what I want to build. That's what I'm going to go for. So Yeah, but yeah, you've already got the XRT, so why do you want your X-Maxx to be super stable as well? It's unnecessary. It is unnecessary. Yeah, I do need to take all that off to get to that, don't I? So I am doing the right thing. What you can tend to do when you're live is you don't really think about what you're doing here, and you just take loads of stuff off. And you're like, why have you done that? Why have I completely disassembled my X-Maxx? But yeah, sometimes it's just got to be done. Flat. Wraps, sandwiches, sushi, it all tastes like shite. Yeah, I'm not a big sushi fan. I have tried. My daughter loves sushi. I don't know where she's got it from, but yeah, she likes sushi. Uh, Nathan, you have the e-Revo Mini. Yeah, the Mini e-Revos are an absolute tank. They are awesome. Yeah, Chris, have you ever had a Tesco meal deal? Nathan, are you in the UK? Yes, I'm in the UK. I'm actually in Wales in the UK, so on the west coast. You are a very knowledgeable man. Well, I don't know about knowledgeable. I know what I know, and some stuff I don't know. Got a bunch of new vitavon stuff fitted over the last few days on the XRT. It's looking epic. Picked up some, what I would say are well needed parts, and tried not to add too much weight, keep it nimble. Yeah, yes, I did see some of your parts, Chris. It's going to look very nice. Very nice indeed. Let's put them down there. They take a bit of space on the bench that we don't need. Hmm. Matt Hurst, 27 watching and only 2 thumbs up. Don't forget to like the stream, people. Yeah, listen to Matt. Like the stream. If you're in here and watching, give it a like. Rogue Devils. I've got one of those sandwiches in the fridge. I'll send it to you. Please do, mate. Please do. I do like them. I don't know why. I know they're gross. I know I shouldn't like it, but I do. Shouldn't like it, but I just do. I'm going to have to release all this rear end, aren't I, to get that off? Because that is hooked onto that. It's a bit of a faff to get to this centre diff. But I'm thinking I don't need to completely remove it. Can I possibly just loosen it slightly? Yo-Yo Anderson, hi, hello, Yo-Yo. Thank you for joining. Yes, for sure, Chris. I'm going to message you when I've got it. Yeah, definitely. To go out for a play. Fish, I'm still here just ordering some new servos for my Savage because the ones that are inside it are too slow, so I'm ordering some faster ones. You need good fast servos. They do make a world of difference. They really do. Do I need to take them out? I don't think I need to take them out. I don't think. How's that robot girlfriend coming along? It's not arrived yet. Or if it has, my wife sent it back. Are you an expert on robot girlfriends, are you? Is that your forte? That's what floats your boat? Hey, no judgment here. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into. It takes all sorts of people to make up the world. Yes, you don't know what servo to go for. Well, I'm sure people can give you a lot of advice on servos and their experiences. For a big heavy truck, you want something half decent. The I've got some cheaper ones. Everything depends on budget. Everything depends on budget. You can get some fairly decent cheap servos, and they're okay. I've got some in my Hebeo and in the Maxes, and they're okay. They're not bad at all. But then I've got in this has got a 70 kilogram, one of these actually, a yipping AK-70 in this, but this one's a yipping AK-47. One of these things. And this is in my Italian. And I think you can pick these up and the 70 kilogram ones on Banggood for like 35 quid, less than 40 quid. And they're so good. They are so good. Really fast, really reliable. But yeah, DS Pro is another one that make half decent, cheaper ones. Matt, all down to budget, yeah. It's just fitted the Yippin AK-70 in the XRT. Seems awesome with a cage fitted. Yeah, Chris, that's it. And if you look on my channel, months and months ago, I fit the AK-70 into this with a cage, and it's doing brilliant. It stands up to my abuse, so I'm happy with that. If it can cope with what I throw at it, it must be half decent. And it coped when Barry was on here as well. Crash and Bash Barry. I always find the more expensive they are, the better they are. The cheaper they are, they're not so good. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, basically, that's people will tell you, you get what you pay for, don't you? You do get what you pay for. But these yippins are very good. And I think they do another yippin. It might not be the AK series, but there's a 40 kilogram yippin servo, which I bet you is very, very good. Okay. In. There we go. Center diff removed. Oh, that's still in there. That's why I couldn't get that out. Well, that does have to come all the way out. Okie dokie, we will take that all the way out then. A massive fly just turned up in here. It's warm. Anyone else warm today? It's like thunderstorm warm. It did absolutely chuck it down earlier, but there was no thunder. Yes, only only running the VXL AS. So will be better when you get the Max 6 in there. Put a Max 5 in it. You'll never have any overheating issues then. Matt Hurst. Metal Gear, high speed, waterproof if possible. Want about 25 kilograms for the Savage. I would definitely look for these Yippins, but the trouble is the cheaper ones, as you say. I've bought cheaper ones, these DS Pros, and they're very good. But I say they're very good. I've got a drawer here, probably with 4 or 5 that the circuitry in them's just died, and I've kept them because it's handy to swap the gears out if you strip gears. But I have killed a few of those. Depends how hard you're bashing as well. You know, I will take things to a skate park and be ridiculous with it. If you're not going to take things to a skate park and be ridiculous with it, there's a good chance it's going to last a bit longer. Right. So here we go then. I mean, look at the tooth size difference on that. Before I start putting all this in, so you've got standard centre diff, upgraded vitavon centre diff. There is a little bit of a difference. Can we get it to focus on them? Possibly. Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference in tooth size here. Not that I've ever had any issues with the outer teeth on the standard, just the inner ones. Just the inner ones. Right, let's put it all back together then, because I still need to do the drive shafts. And that's the bit I'm excited about doing. Looking forward to putting them in and seeing it a different width. I think that'll be quite interesting. But it depends how nerdy you are. I think it's going to be interesting to see the X-Maxx stock width again. Yep, feels good. The centre diff feels good. Yo-yo, my pinion gear stripped on my slash. Get a hardened steel one. For the Savage buddy on AliExpress. A Yizido. Never heard of one of them. 35 kilogram, awesome, excellent, cheapest ships. $15 a piece. That is cheap. I might get one of those too. And the lighter stuff, I tend to go with the JX EcoBoost. They're serving me well. We've got a EcoBoost in the Asuga, and that thing is rapid, really fast response. Chris does like the Spectrum S665s. Yeah, I've never had one of those, apart from the one that is now in the LMT. But I don't think that's a 665, it's a new one in the LMT. I think it is. It is a S680 in the LMT. I've no idea what that means. I just know it was new for the LMT2. Okay, well, that's a lot of screws to take out, just to literally take a part out and drop a new part in. There we go. Well, it's not just one new part, though, is it? Because we're having a new idler gear as well. Let's not forget that. New idler gear going on, like so. Beautiful. all onto the mod 1.5 gears. Now I've got to play the game of can I make it go on? Play the game of you came out, so you're going back in. There we go. Plonk that back on there. Like so, and I should have a tiny bearing to go on this end and into there. And there we go. Awesome. Look, Ryder, it's raining like mad here. I've got a hoodie on indoors. It's warm here. Even in my garage, which is normally very cool. It's like having air conditioning down in the garage, but it is warm. Sticky. That's what it is down here. Right, let's take the rear diff out. Still all looking very nice, these rear diffs. Awesome. Plonk that back on there. Some chunky looking gears through this now. If I continue to kill gears in this truck, it's going up for sale, so look out for a bargain. You'll know which one it is because it'll be the one that I've set on fire. No, I'm sure this is going to greatly help in my assistance of building a very good X-Maxx. Matt, also, are you running 6-volt hump pack or 7.4 lipo? Oh yeah, in his Savage, yeah, that'll make a big difference. You're right. So presumably a Nitro Savage, yeah. You're very right there, Matt. The Savage XL 5.9, yeah. So yeah, what power is your hump pack? Because that will make a difference. Matt is very right. Yeah. Okay. Right, we're going all in reverse now then to get all this back together. In fact, would it make more sense while it's like this to at least do the rear drive shafts rather than fighting with a massive truck? I can fight with it in two halves. That's probably going to be the way, isn't it? I would say. That's definitely going to be the way. And then I'm going to need the weather to clear up, or at least stop raining, so I can go out and test it. Yeah. Hey, speaking of going out and testing, Chris, if you're still there, when are you going out with your new big toy? Have you ran it yet? I want to see it run. Because it looks epic, but I want to see it ripping. Fish, so there we go, it's a 7.4 LiPo. So yeah, go with a decent servo then, and it will greatly increase your turning ability. It will. It'll make the truck feel so much more lively. Never remember with these. So they're short ones, and then 4 of the longer ones. Yeah. Correct. So they're long one, that's a long one, that's a long one, that's a long one, that's a short one, and a short one, and then these two short ones in there. So has anybody seen the ridiculously cheesy channel trailer that I did? It is a bit of fun. It wasn't meant to be too serious. But I thought, why not go for it, make a channel trailer? A bit different, isn't it? Something a little bit different. Yes, I've been working on a video backlog, mate, to give it all my attention. I was waiting on some parts from Avery M2C Racing. An essentials care package. You thought you weren't going to upgrade it? Run it! You've got to run it before upgrading it. That's funny. You do love an upgrade. No, fair play. So it's not been ran then yet. They need to be ran. It'll get sad sat there in your jam shed looking at all the other trucks. I want to go and play. It's a big beastly truck, that's for sure. It really is. I have been watching videos on them thinking, they do look good. Even standards, they look all right. People are having issues with the rear diff, but then when you read into it, it's that I don't think people are shimming them and checking them out the box. I think once you've checked them and shimmed them, they're all right. Chris, oh well, in for the penny, in for the pound. Yeah, I mean, I can't really say anything, can I? Like, no, run it stock, he says, with his X-Maxx just littered with upgrades. Yeah, why not? If you like it, don't you? And that's it. Bish, the servos that's in it at the moment as the HPI ones, I'm not a fan of them personally. Generally, and there are exceptions to the rule, but generally, um, the standard servos that come with RTRs aren't that great. Generally, there are exceptions. I think Spectrum don't do bad servos out the box. Traxxas don't do great ones. Uh, where have we got to? Yes, this is my new truck, so wanted to do everything I can to make it as good as I can. I'm going to do a live stream on Sunday, I'm thinking, and scrim and shugu the body. Yeah, fair dues. No, fair dues, mate. Why not? Why the devil not? So as you say, your truck, do you like upgrades? There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. You know, I probably do it wrong. I would have took it out the box, ran it and broke it, and then been like, why did it break? They just need doing. Go on, I'm not releasing that message. We don't do racism here. We can do laughs and jokes. You can be a bit rude and tongue in cheek. But that's bad taste, especially today. especially today. You're welcome to stay and tell jokes, but check the news if you don't know what I'm on about. Elsa Bell, hi all, hello, thank you for joining. Yeah, so I'm now at the stage of this could go back onto the truck, but I think while everything's here, I may as well do the drive shaft thing just to make my life lighter. So this can come off. God, why today? Check the news, mate. There's been quite horrific plane accident today. Pull that off, maybe? Well, I don't suppose I'll have to. I'll be able to just pull it out, won't I? I will be able to just pull it out. So let's pull that off. Wiggle that off. Does it come off? Well, I know it comes off, but Bish, I think tomorrow when I put everything back together, I'll put threadlock on. Threadlock, yeah. Threadlock. I'm going to start calling it threadlock. On absolutely everything. Stop something coming undone. Yeah, if it's a metal screw into a metal hole, definitely you get some thread locker on it. 100%. If you're putting metal in metal, thread lock. Go on, I looked it up and now I feel bad. If you didn't know, you didn't know, but you can now see why I was a bit like, not today, mate, not today. Any other time, yeah, we're up for a laugh, but not today. I mean, no, we are up for a laugh, but just maybe not that. Pick a different joke. I'm not being stupid, am I? That does just pull off. Yeah, it does, because it is moving. It's just not been off for a while. So let's turn it and wiggle it off. It is coming. It is slowly but surely coming off. And I don't want to damage this hex because I haven't got spares. No spares. Yes, well, after talking with Avery, it seemed that there were a few things he said were needed on the OSA EXP. A few things needed addressing. Oh, I'm sure the man from the upgrades company would tell you. But no, it depends. Yeah, well, if you like an upgrade, that's it. You don't need to justify it. You like an upgrade. You like them, put them on. That is wedged on there. I could hammer it. The hammer is here. I don't really want to kill bearings there. Because it should just slide off that sleeve. But it's quite tight. It has moved a bit though. It has slightly moved. One of them is a simple thing, like the pivot ball caps. Yeah, I've not looked into all the upgrades on them. Bish, I'm 30 now. I've been doing RC since I was 12. I've been doing it for years. Yeah, same. I think There's a few of us in here that are like that. I started off with Tamiya kits when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I'm pushing my way through my 40s now. So yeah, there's been a few nitros and petrols and rust and now brushless. Well, I've got the drive shaft off and the pin off, but I don't really like that I'm hammering the bearing. Yeah, they are tight on there. Would I be better taking them off, putting it in the vise and tapping it with a punch? Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't. I'd have a bit of lube in there. Bit of lube always helps. I hope it slide out. Spoken to a bunch of lads on the Armour forum, and they've said the same. Yeah. Oh, I know. When I've only done a little bit of video watching and reading on them. People do say, like with anything, there are essential upgrades that you need to do to stop it self-destructing. Let's make my life a little bit easier for the sake of one hinge pin. We'll just pull that off. It's started at 13 and now touching 50. Yeah. My wife says that I've got too many RC cars and they take up too much space. Never! Don't believe her. A good mate of mine from one of the meets that we go to said to me, the perfect number of RC cars to have is however many you've got now plus one. That's the perfect number. There we go. Chris, that's what she said. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Hmm. I just went to put that on there then and start pushing and thought, now, do people in the live stream want to see me stab myself with a screwdriver? Maybe not. There we go. Chris, I've been having loads of fun with the small scale stuff lately. Oh, yeah, yeah. Chris and it's small scale stuff. X-Maxx, XRT, Outcast 8S. Small scale. Yeah, there are some pretty hefty hub extenders, then, compared to stock. We'll put them over there and we'll have a look now. Trying to get this back into here. There we go. Pushed in there, lovely. Yeah, lovely. I'm guessing I don't need that shim on there either now, because that's going to go on. And then just have the clipper. No, I possibly could have that shim in there. I agree with that statement, as I'm already looking for another. Oh, for God's sake. It happens, Chris. Soon as we get one, we're like, this is cool. I love my new truck. My new truck is ace. What can I get next? It's the nature of the beast. That is just what happens. Push that little clip back on. There we go. Beautiful. The first Vitavon drive shaft is reassembled, and while I'm here, I may as well change the outdrive too. I have to just converted the FMS F100 and it's yes, I've seen that. I've seen your brushless converted little truck, the FMS. Lenny likes them actually. He did see that, and he was like, "They look really cool." Mental little trucks. So we'll take that out. Put that there. Pull that out. Yeah, I don't know what these are, but they have got the sleeves on them. These are what was in it originally, but I will be changing those for these nice new Vitavon ones with new hardware screws as well. So because we're going into the metal, a bit of Loctite, just a dab, a little dab of Loctite on there. I'll slot that. Oh, oh, do they not fit into the standard diffs? Maybe I won't be having them. These aren't broken. No, they look like a different tooth. Oh well, I'm going to need going to need some Vitavon diffs then. Yeah, they won't fit the standard flying in. They fit, not a problem. They just don't feel like they want to push in. Yes, she keeps saying to me, "When are you going to start selling them?" We don't sell them. Sell them? No, not happening. Yeah, I think those are going to have to wait. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. Oh, I might even have an even bigger problem here. Because they are not going to fit. Oh, I mean, I could get the grinder on that. That's not ideal. They don't fit into the standard drive put. Hmm. Okay then. And these don't fit into there. Well, that's a bummer. Well, it'll just have to go back together and wait, I guess. Do you know how Kevin, Kevin Talbot is? We know who Kevin Talbot is, yeah. Chris, no, not a penalty this weekend, but I'll see Elbow live tomorrow night in Cardiff. Ah, stuff at home. Sunday's Father's Day. Oh, is it? Oh, forgot. Yes, it is Father's Day. Oh, I better do something on Sunday then. Yeah, Vitavon outdrives are Vitavon diffs and outdrives. And the drive shafts are bigger. Yes, I've just learnt that. Yeah. Oh well, they're all going to go on. So that one's broken, so they are all going on. I may as well then put the truck back together, and then I'll just change the diffs. Will be the easiest thing. Change the diffs to suit everything else. That would be the way. And then yeah, everything would sit lovely then. Nice. Yeah, nice. Oh, me tea. Me tea. Uh, pool gig, Chris. Enjoy. Yes, Chris, definitely do enjoy. Enjoy it, mate. Bish, I've just spotted a lossy monster truck in the background. Ah, the arf at the top there. Yes, I have the LMT. This beastly thing. It's the LMT2 Gravedigger one. It is very cool. There are videos of this being bashed and upgraded on the channel. I do really like this truck. It's very cool. Very cool. Yeah. You've done well to spot that. Well spotted, sir. Well spotted. Okay, well, we shall ignore the drive shafts then. We'll put the truck back together and call it a day. At least the centre diff's done. Yeah, that's it. That's all we can do. That is all we can do. And then if I go for the Vitavon diffs, it'll be a much easier swap then to just take the caps off, change the diffs. Everything will be good to go. Everything good to go. We'll put this back on. It's not a problem. Put it all back together so we don't lose bits. That's the one. I'm definitely ordering one for myself, if my wife will let me. Just do it, and then you have to buy her something nice and beg forgiveness. Forgiveness is easier to ask for than permission. Definitely. Wind that on. Do it, Bish. It's a great truck. It really is. If you look on my channel a few videos ago, I took it bashing. So not stunts or anything. Literally bone stock out the bottom, and I bashed it. And I bashed it hard too. And it wore a couple of bits out, and I have upgraded it with some Vitavon links, which have made the world of difference. But yeah, a very good truck. I'm pleased with it. I'm glad I got it. I actually took a trip. It's all on the channel. I took a trip to Redfin Models to go and pick that up from Max. She might get me one as a Christmas present. Yeah. If you're a good boy, I'm sure she will. Need to ask nicely. I say, please, I do really want one. But they are cool. And would you go for the grave digger, or would you go for the son of a digger? I went for the grave digger one because it's just the one that I grew up watching. So that's what I went for. I'm a big grave digger fan. So as soon as I seen it, I was like, yep, that's the one for me. That is the one. So, Captain Kudov, good morning, Craig. How are you today? How's everybody in the chat? Good morning, Captain Kudov. Thank you for joining us. I'm good, mate. I am very good. Just doing a bit of work on the X-Maxx. I've just fit a new Vitavon centre diff. So out has come the standard centre diff, and in has gone a fully built Vitavon centre diff ready to go. And I was in the process of fitting new Vitavon driveshafts, but I've just learned that they don't go into the stock out drives. And I've got the Vitavon out drives, but these out drives don't go in for the stock fitting diffs. So I'm going to need some Vitavon diffs. So for now, I'm just putting the truck back together, just so I've not got bits everywhere. How are you doing? How's your morning going? Coffee on the go? Wine got in there. Like so. Okay. Might as well put the rear bumper and all this back on for offering it back up to the truck. I just heard a quite distant but very deep rumble. Either somebody's dragging their wheelie bin with no wheels, or that was a bit of thunder. If everything goes off, it's because there's been a power cut. Bish, you'd go for the Gravedigger. Good choice. Gravedigger is the choice, definitely. Will, hi Will. And mountain bikes and BBs said hi. What's up? Hello, MTB. Could have, yeah, vitavon is silly like that. My morning is slow. Gotta get started. I'm doing some and shop cleaning. Home and shop cleaning. Yeah, it's got to happen, isn't it? Slow morning. At least it's not a stressful, nasty morning. So that's all good. No, I'm glad you're well. Yeah, I'm sure on their website it probably does say something like that. I know it does about the LMT because when I was looking at parts for the LMT, the stub axles, the Vitavon stub axles don't fit the stock axle, so you'd have to get the whole axle. It's a bit like I don't really want to go all aluminium on the LMT just yet. More weight, more damage. So I want to see if it can just have essential upgrades and then be bash, good to bash. And then maybe, yeah, then I will go all out on it and make it look dead pretty and lovely. Well, they must fit the Traxxas here, they do. I know Traxxas are funny with their threads, aren't they? Yes, after all these years, I'm surprised she's still letting me do it all. If it keeps you happy and you're out of her hair, I know my wife's fine with it. She's like, well, you could be doing a lot worse, really. The fact that you just arsing around with toy cars, where's the issue? No problem there. So yeah, can't be bad. Okay. Is this ready to go back on the truck? I think it might be. Standard drive shaft's got a bend in it as well, just noticed. There we go. Bring the rest of the truck up. Get this back together. At least the big job's done of the centre diff. Oh, that's going into that. You know what will make my life a little bit easier still? Just remove this fan off there. Big beastly fan on a big beastly motor. Line that up into there. Oh yeah, they're not attached. There we go. Drop straight in. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Straight in with it. Right. Let's try. Try my luck. See if these are going to go straight in. Maybe. Yes, I do enjoy my fifth scale. They are great fun. They are good fun. They are properly good fun trucks. You do need some space to play with them, though. They're a bit big for in the garage. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do backflip. That's the normal thing, isn't it? Backflips to end the live stream. I'm not going to be able to because I haven't finished it. Lassie 5T and the HPI bar heart. The 5T and the bar heart are fantastic. I've been out with a guy that brought out the 5T to come and have a play with us. And he let me and Lenny have a go of it. It was awesome. It really was. But yeah, I do want to get a two-stroker. I do, because I had one years ago, but it had to go. Well, now I've got the space in the garage where I could have one, and we have got a track. Our miners circuit track is awesome for them. You can go up there, rip around all day, not bother anybody. And it would just be ace to have one there. So I would, in the future, have another one. But I would want the Vaha style, the rear wheel drive, just craziness. The 5T's cool. It is very cool. But yeah, I would want the rear wheel drive one. Just for fun. Because it's all about the sound and the smell. It's the experience of a two stroke. I'm not worried about how fast it is. Because we've got trucks that go fast. It would be for that noise. There's something about an engine. Even nitro. I wouldn't get another nitro. I've done nitro, been there, done that, not doing that again. But they are cool. When they run right, there's nothing like it. They are fantastic. Hey, that's all that back together. Pointless plugging it back in because, oh no, I can plug it in. Because even when I come to do the diff, the rear end won't have to come off again now. Because the centre diff is done. And that was the bigger job out of them. Changing these is going to be easy. That's the one thing I do like about the X-Maxx is you can get to the diffs, the front and the rear diffs, with relative ease. The centre diff is a pain. Such a pain. Okay. Yeah, well, that's it. Fit the one standard sized stub axle and vitavon shaft, but I can't fit it into there because it doesn't fit. But the difference in width of how wide this is and how wide that one is, it's going to be good to get it all back to a standard width. Get it up on two wheels. Oh yeah, better put these back in. I don't want to lose them. He says, instantly dropping one. Drop that one in there, and that one in there. And then, do I do backflips? Or because I've not been able to actually complete the job, do I not do backflips? Because I won't be able to do backflips with the X-Maxx. It will have to be something else. What do you reckon? Let me know. Because we are about done. Pretty much done here now. For what I can do. Winding that in. I mean, you mentioned, who was it who mentioned? Nathan. Oh no, he's got the mini e-Revo, hasn't he? Because I could have done backflips with the Revo. I've never done backflips with that. I've still not ran it properly yet. I've done all the diffs on it. I've done those the other day. I didn't do it on a live because I was unsure of how well it would all come apart. I had a Revo and a Summit years ago, and I remember them being a bit of a pain to work on. And I had a Nitro Revo. But for some reason, when I worked on this one, I thought, well, it's not that bad. But that might just be because I've learnt the platform a bit. But you do have to take everything apart to get to them. Not like this. It's relatively nice to get to these diffs. It's not nice at all to get to the centre diff. And the Revo hasn't got a centre diff. Not my one. I know the 2.0 does, but the original one that I've got doesn't have a centre diff. It's got the slipper clutch. Because I did have to giggle. I took all the transmission out. It's a massive transmission on it, and inside it there's about 3 gears. Like, why is it so huge? But I think it's the same box that they use on the Nitro and on the Summit. And of course, on the Nitro, it had a reverse. It's one of the earlier Nitros to have a reverse on. Okay, well, that's back together. Unfortunately, not with its vitavon drive shafts, but I may as well save that for another day. Yeah, it's not a huge lot I can do about that. That is that. So, do I do backflips with something in here, or do we just end it there? Are we all done? Let's go move the X-Maxx somewhere. Got no screws left up here. No, everything's been done. Everything is on. Yeah, all turns. Well, I was looking forward to getting the wheels on this. And running it, hopefully, is going to be my plan. I was going to get out and run it. Yeah, there we go. Yes, definitely a lot narrower. Definitely. Well, I'll stick that on for now so I don't lose it. Oh, that's all. That's all I've got. Right. Yeah. That's what I was thinking as well. We'll wait for backflips. We can't do backflips unless we've completed the job, and it's not been completed. Because it turns out you can't fit these onto a standard diff. So more upgrades are going to be needed. Can I get the mouse? Yes, I can. Awesome. Right, well, there we go. Job done. I will put all these parts safe in a box and look forward to getting them all on and going again. And that is it. I think over this weekend, if the weather allows it, I'm going out to torture test the Mojave at a skate park. The Creighton is going to get sent, not at a skate park, or maybe at a skate park, but to land on grass. I've also learnt don't give Lenny the Creighton because he will just flat land it to concrete, and I'm like, nah, we're not doing that with metal chassis cars. With the X-Maxx and the Max, all day long, take them to skate parks, but not me metal armours. I don't like it. Right, I'm done. I'm going to go and refill myself with tea and do some editing, play with some cars. Right, thank you all for watching. It has been awesome. I know yet again we've taken the X-Maxx apart and put it all back together, but we keep adding things to it. I just need to get it running now. We need another big air X-Maxx video. I was looking on the channel and I've not done a big air X-Maxx for a couple of months, so that's got to be done. Yeah, look, the Lenny test. Lenny tests everything brutally, absolutely brutally. So I'm hoping he will be driving the Mojave at the skate park. So if it survives a pack of Lenny at a skate park, then it's a very good car. That is the benchmark. Not many cars have survived a pack of abuse. The smaller stuff seems to, and the Max does put up with it most of the time, but everything breaks if you try hard enough. Right, thank you all for watching. It has been amazing. Uh, Please do subscribe and check out all the videos and shorts. Go and check out my channel trailer. It is just a bit of fun. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.